It's time now for Peter Channel Border News on this Tuesday morning, September 6th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Tuesday morning. Back to work, back to school here, nothing on this Tuesday morning, 6th of September 2016. Here are your news and odds on the top story at 7:40 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning. It is Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte started the insulted President Obama, sort of he now regrets that called Obama a bad name caused so much controversy. Washington, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton start the race to over such an even ground, with Trump edging Clinton scant 2 points among black voters that a contest sparking sharp divisions by Democratic lines. Bill Sheffley, a conservative activist, lawyer, and author who is credited almost single-handedly stopping the passage of Equal Rights Amendment in the 1970s and overall moved the Republican Party toward the right of family religion since died at the age of 92. Many passengers have a tough time getting there, but British Airways said it is checking in the passengers as normal on Tuesday, following massive problems with its check-in systems that seem to have affected customers in North America and Europe. Paris, France's Prime Minister said in a recount of the Gabon presidential election results would be wise and that the electoral process should be cleared amid fraud allegations. Kabul, Afghanistan. One person has been killed and 6 others was wounded after a car bomb exploded outside of the care NGO in Kabul on Monday. Afghan Ministry of Indian spokesman Siddiq Siddiqui told CNN. Hong Kong, North Korea's maybe seeking to outpace its southern neighbor by testing multiple missiles that still prepares to deploy a controversial U.S. missile defense system. How one of the deadly accidents unfolded. The education sector has started to crack the edges, according to unions of students in Ireland. The USI President Eddie Hoy said, speaking at new breaks, show all but one of the bar. University slipped out in International Rankings. Sheriff's deputies say a juvenile has been shot and wounded in the parking lot of the Cara Woods State Park in the South Carolina, North Carolina state line near shot. Washington, lawmakers returned to work on Tuesday for what's expected to be a brief by the intense legislature dashboard a short and critical to-do list that includes contentious bills in the battle of the Zika virus to prevent a government shutdown. West Haven, Connecticut. State inspectors have found more than 600 marijuana plants going beyond a Connecticut daycare center, and the police say arrests are forthcoming. Bill Cosby lawyers are expected to ask the judge today to form 2 key pieces of evidence in a sexual misconduct case against the committee, and the deposition Cosby gave in 2005 lawsuit by accuser Andrea Custon and recorded of a vote. Mayor Sweetness months out of it in a soft center final stretch. An international agreement that kept crude oil put up and away with the restrict actual supply and support prices looks no near after the 2 largest producers applied to the cooperate. British Airways says its service will gradually return to normal on Tuesday after still unexplained computer problems disabled the airline's self-check-in kiosk for several hours and a number of international airports causing significant delays. Stavanger, Norway, after stating its intention to move to the Dome waters, Norwegian Energy Company Statoil said it's strengthening its group and emergency assets. Moscow, for the first time this year, Western finance minister to pull money out of the reserve funds enough to recover a budget deficit. Melbourne, Australian Energy Company FAR Limited said it bet heavily on offshore Senegal revenue on Europe was lower than more than 50%. Alright, take a look at the stocks on this Tuesday morning. As now up 32.66 and 18.49.96, SP 521.79.98, and Nasdaq 5,249.90. Half a century after when first governor faltered ancient Scottish institution created to the rule some seas 170 million years ago is finally being studied. The population of the world is already the same as collapsed over the last decades for the 4,000 ground gorillas. Remain in the wild. And now, conservation women and animals are at risk of extinction. A new study has found that Pacific typhoons have become increasingly powerful in the past 40 years. Experts believe that it is likely the result of the warmer ocean temperature alarm. Storms build up more energy for making landfall. In 2010, researchers from the University of California, Santa Cruz carried out extensive survey of lizard population across the world. Scientists say that they identified a brain circular mass that plays a key role in the sleep-wave cycle. Tiny particles of pollution have been discovered inside samples of brain tissue according to new research. Suspect of toxicity in the particles of iron oxide could considerably be contributing to the disease, like Alzheimer's part able to say for this is lacking. Jakarta, in Indonesia, cannot afford to formally check for a possible Zika outbreak. Health ministry officials said Southeast Asia's most populous country must focus on fighting the potential fatal virus also carried by mosquitoes. Stockholm, the panel that awards the Nobel Prize in Medicine is the two to the worlds on the schedule with this great stem cell scientists at the Stockholm Karolinska Institute. Former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and her allies and others have declared Donald Trump unfit as president because of the lack of the national security credentials. Meanwhile, Trump on Monday dismissed Christians about his failing schools and apart $25,000 commission to to the political group connected to Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, who was at the time considered one to open a fraud case against Trump University. Meanwhile, former President Bill Clinton went after Trump on Monday in Detroit, charging that the GOP nominee damaged America with a trip to Mexico and subsequent hard-on immigration speech last week. Washington, race for a stream of digital leaks and shenanigans on election day. However, it's newly disclosed Democratic Party emails and some of the temporary voter machines this year's presidential election could come with a hack and intrigue. Alright, take a look at some state news. Around Massachusetts, very Massachusetts, Fairhaven State University police officer men from the Massachusetts school's campus that are facing several criminal charges being accused of inappropriate conduct. Fairhaven police say that the officer was charged with opening gross ludicrous one time and lascivious conduct with intimidation. University's spokesman Dan Bacasio said FSU police were alerted the officers that are specified inappropriate conduct around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. Boston police are searching for a potentially homeless man in his 40s or 50s or a sexual assault on a woman near the New England Elk Grove in Boston. Alright. Looking at New England alerts here at 7:46. Inland, Massachusetts, overnight off. Working fire and report to the resident at 151 North Common Street in the overnight hours as it was a quick stop by the fire crews inland. And this New Hampshire State Police are investigating a suspicious death in Denville, New Hampshire on Carmel Drive. One of the state police crews were still at the house where death occurred according to Fox 25. The Attorney General's office confirmed some sort of suspicious death and Peter Chell News Time, 7:46 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning. And it started off a sports report. The Boston Red Sox waste a pitching performance by Edward Wiggins by the Everett offense. Muster only 1-1 as they fall to the San Diego Padres, 2-1. Tonight, Sox and the Padres go at it at 10:10 p.m. out in San Diego, which is 7:10 p.m. their time. Florida State University quarterback Francois Winks having an Ole Miss defense. Serena plays close perfection to the record center match. San Francisco 49ers Willie started at Brisbane on Monday after he was arrested on suspicion of assault early Monday morning in San Francisco. And Bengals beat without Tyler even in week 1. Peter Chell News Times, there's 7:47 on this Tuesday morning on this. Time now for a traffic and transit report on this Tuesday morning. Let's start you off on the MBTA where on the subway system, it is looking good. And on the commuter rail, Worcester train followed 57:58 from South Station operated 20 minutes beyond scale between Yawkey and Worcester due to train traffic. Fairway train 585 648 outbound is operated 10 to 15 minutes beyond scale between Wolsey Farms and Fairway and Fairway train 582 648 from Fairway is operated 10 to 15 minutes beyond scale between Newtonville and Substation. And Rockwood train 104 638 from Rockwood operated 10 to 15 minutes beyond scale between Gloucester and North Station. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Okay, look at that traffic, and let's start you off in the town of Norton, Massachusetts, where the first day of school will get underway for grades 1 to 12, and expect some delays around the Norton High School and Norton Yale School and schools around as the first day of school is underway, and drivers be on alert for school buses behind you as kids make their first day of school. I agree with you, Robert, as 140 on the north bad side. It's a little slow from Club Street all the way down to 123. 123 out of the west bad side, effective from CVS Pharmacy all the way down to Norton High School. 123 eastbound side is effective from Rainbow Street all the way out to downtown Norton. And 123 eastbound side is effective from Elm Street all the way out to Elm Street. And 485 and 123 it's a little slow around Leonard Street. Okay, let's start you off out in Connecticut, where 95 on the southbound side is back to the Bridgeport down to Norwalk and down to Stamford, Connecticut. 95 on both ends, a little slow, New Haven Switch. Merritt Parkway on the westbound side is back to the Bridgeport down to Stamford. Merritt Parkway eastbound side is back to the Hamilton Search. Merritt Parkway westbound side is back to the Newtown on the Denbury Stretch. Merritt Parkway eastbound westbound side is a little slow to the Waterbury Stretch around 84 and A4 westbound side is back to the Waterbury Stretch. A4 westbound side is back to Newtown to Debury, Connecticut. A4 eastbound side back to the West Hartford out of New Haven, Connecticut. A4 westbound side is back to from East Hartford to downtown Hartford. 91 at the northbound side is back to Middletown all the way to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 at the southbound side is back to Windsor Hawks to downtown Hartford. 281 westbound side is back to A491. 95 on the northbound side is back to where the Sturgeon Stretch. Acton, Western Massachusetts. 91 on the northbound side is backed up from Enfield, Connecticut, all the way up to 291 in Springfield, Massachusetts. Mass by change to 291 in Springfield. It's a little slow. And anomaly, New York City 3 eastbound side is backed up from 890 to 87 in Schenectady. Call the 87 to southbound side backed up to Boston Bar, all the way to 787 Troy. And on the central Massachusetts 290 eastbound side, it's still from the Mass Pike all the way at the Route 9 Worcester 146 to the northbound side. Little slow just bad. 290 in Worcester. 190 southbound side, back to 290 in Worcester. 290 eastbound side, it's back to bad. 485 out in Marlborough, out in Rhode Island. Route 4 at the northbound side, it is backed up from 43 all the way to Route 95. With these credits, 95 northbound side, back to these credits stretch by Route 4. 95 at the northbound side, it is backed up from Abraham can work on it to downtown Providence. 95 at the southbound side is backed up protect the downtown Providence. 185 westbound side is backed up from Swansea all the way to downtown Providence. Route 295 is northbound side. It is backed up at 37 in Crescent all the way at the Route 6 in Johnson. 146 to the southbound side. It is back to Woodstock to Route 295 in Lincoln. 146 to the northbound side. Northbound side back around 122 to Woodstock. 140 to the northbound side is a little sorry. New Bedford Stretch right. Route 18, 24 to the northbound side back to Berkeley down at Route 485 and Rated 140 at the northbound side is back to Route 24 out in Taunton. 95 at the northbound side it is back to from Edinburgh all the way out to Route 128 in Canton. Route 295 on the northbound side back to Route 195 in Edinburgh. 24 on the northbound side is backed up from 123 to back all the way to Route 128 in Canton. Route 3 on the northbound side it is backed up from Route 123, 53 in Hanover to the Breakthrough Split. 485 on the northbound side, it is backed up from Milford all the way to the Mass Pike in Westboro. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, it is backed up from 485 Westboro all the way out to Newton. Mass Pike on the westbound side, back to the Newton Stretch. Southern Expressway, the northbound side, the southbound side is backed up to the Pike all the way up to the Breakthrough Split. 120 on the southbound side, it is backed up from 24 and went off to the Breakthrough Split. 120 on the northbound side, it is back to 138 Alden. Cannon all the way to Route 20 Warfare. 120 southbound side is back to Route 20 Warfare. 128 on the southbound side is back from Route 1 Puberty all the way after Route Lexington. Route 120 is northbound side. It is backed up from Blood all the way at the Beverly. 93 is southbound side. It is slow go from Methuen all the way to the Zinc Bridge in Boston. Big back by 93. 120 93 to the northbound side. It's slow before Route 128 in Reddit. Route 1 is southbound side. Backed up from River all the way to Route 93 in Puberty. 93 in Kenton. 93 out in Boston. Route 1 westbound side. Backed up from Logan Airport to South Boston. Route 3 is southbound side, backed up from the New Hampshire border all the way to Burlington. 485 on the northbound side, it is back to Route 2 in Littleton all the way out to Route 93 out in Lawrence. 485 is southbound side, backed up from 125 Havel down to Lawrence. And then Hibbetka just ran a little switch just before. Route 3, 485 on the southbound side, is back to Hudson to 290 in Marlborough. 290 eastbound side, it is back to 485 in Marlborough. 95, it's looking good from 128 in Peabody all the way at the Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Up in Southern New Hampshire. 93 to the southbound side, back to 293 into that. 128 in Derry, New Hampshire. 93 to the northbound side, back to Derry, New Hampshire. Every trip back to the southbound side, it is backed up from Manchester Airport to Bedford. Spotted trip back to the southbound side. Little Sorry, Route 4, Derby, New Hampshire. 101 in the eastbound side, it is backed up from Route 95, Hampton, New Hampshire. 93 to the southbound side, it's backed up from Route 4, London Arts, Route 393, Cork, New Hampshire. Main trip back to the northbound side, it's backed up by the Kennebec. But otherwise, how is it Vermont, New Hampshire, made out? Looking good, ace on the southbound side, and the little Sorry around. Champlain by Route 11 in Plattsburgh. And on Route 59 to northbound side, also at 202 headed towards Montreal in Quebec. Peter Chill News Time, 7:53 on this Tuesday morning, and it's hold on for a traffic down there for weather report and the latest AM advisory on your mind. It's 39.6 to north, 71.6 to west. Master saying winds at 65 miles an hour. Movement west at 8 miles an hour. Herman movement closer to the coast. Then across to the border, it is in effect for the coast of Long Island from Fire Island Inlet to Port Jefferson Harbor and New Haven to Sagamore Beach and Block Island and Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket for Stover Beach to split the air equal to possible inland watches and warnings. Please monitor prior to by your local and national weather service forecast office. At 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the center of post-tropical cyclone Herman was located in latitude 39.6 to the north, longitude 71.7 in the west. Tropical cyclone is moving toward the west near 6 miles an hour. It's decreasing Fall speed is expected later today, and her body will likely become stationary by tonight and turn toward the northeast and forecast occur Wednesday. Max today with that major to 65 miles per hour gust and gradual weakening this forecast during the next 48 hours. And tropical force winds are headed out up to 140 miles an hour. From the center, the Batak Point Buoy, south of eastern Long Island, recently will put a 36 mile past the same wind gust to 45 miles an hour. Estimated with a center pressure 996 millibars per hour 42 inches. Wind drops to the conditions are expected over the port surge of the morning there today. Storm surge, a combination of storm surge and of charge will be caused normally dry air near the coast to be flooded by resident waters moving into it from the shoreline along with the immediate coastline. The surge will be occurring high, large and dangerous waves, and water can reach the fall heights above ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. Across the Long Island from far out inlet to Port Jefferson Harbor, 1 to 2 feet of rainfall. Herman is expected to produce initial light rainfall about not exceeding 1 inch along the middle at 7. New England coastline from New Jersey to eastern Long Island to southeastern Massachusetts. Surf while during by Herman will continue to affect the U.S. East Coast for the mid-Atlantic States, New England for another couple of days. These waves are likely to cause life-threatening surf and whip current conditions as they can beat erosion. Please consult products from your local weather office. Okay, let us take a look at the latest hurricane local statement. High surf and light threatened whip currents and old swimming post beaches today. A tropical warning remains expected for summer Bristol and Plymouth and Buckle, Dixon, Nantucket, Massachusetts, Southeast Province, Eastern Kent, Bristol, Washington, Newport, and Buckle, and Rhode Island. And the main concern will be high surf and light threatened whip currents today. And Wednesday, ocean exposed ground and Massachusetts beach is conditioned to be most severe along the Rhode Island, South Coast, Buckle, Nantucket, and the outer Cape of Oceanside. Outside tropical storm force wind gusts are still possible along the South Coast, so keep it down today. As for this will be across Buckeye, and however, winds will not be near as strong as yesterday. 20 and additional tree damage are remain fairly isolated. Winds will not be as near as strong as yesterday. 20 additional tree damage power, which should be remain fairly isolated. Closer monitor anyway, wherever radio or other local news outlets could appear to show for official storm information. Listen for possible changes in forecast. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, check the showers, price power for 2 p.m. OS. Most skies gonna have at 66 degrees. Breeze with the weather. Northeast around 50 to 23 miles out. Just patience 50%. New percent between the 10 coordinates possible. Tonight, check the showers, price power up to 7 p.m. OS. Most skies gonna low at 65 degrees. Northeast about 7 miles out. Just patience 30%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. Wednesday, check the showers, price power for 10 a.m. OS. Most skies gonna have at 80 degrees. East to about 6 to 8 miles out. Just patience 40%. New percent between the 10 coordinates possible. For Wednesday, check the showers up after 10 p.m., most skies going to about 600 degrees. Northeast about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Temperatures 30%, new percent less than 10 minutes possible for Thursday. Slight temperature showers before 1 p.m. Part south coming at 83 degrees and north about 5 miles southwest in the afternoon. Temperature 20%. Thursday, at slight temperature showers after 11 p.m. Most skies going to about 70 degrees and temperature 20%. Friday, most of the podcast coming at about 89, about 65 degrees. Saturday, most of the most skies coming at 86 to about 65 degrees. Sunday, parts of the most skies have about 8 to about 60 degrees. And Monday says about 10 degrees. Currently not near it is 64 degrees. We humidity 97%. That's me for Peter Cello. Body news on this. Tuesday, September 6, 2016. Peter was saying, have a good day when it comes out. Pass it out to the Sue for an evening news report. And welcome back. Norton Public Schools grades 1 to 12 as Norton. As summer is over and that's good, Robert, as it's on to the fall season and the kids will be focused on books, studies, sports, and all sorts of things to keep themselves busy and happy, just like me. Hope you have a good day.